Right here.
Oh, the 25 LR LE.
LRLE.
Yep, I've been waiting for this one.
This is probably the most popular
Oh, really?
and most cost-effective toy hauler that is offered.
Okay.
With what you get as far as standards, with what you can build in as options, it just kind of becomes a no-brainer. I mean, you get your outdoor speakers and TV mount. You get your big 13-foot awning. You get your nice steps. That's a nice feature. You know, a lot of people are actually going towards those. Me being a big guy, I really like those.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I'm going to flip the trailer over when I'm walking into it. You know, a couple of other things about this. You know, it has your gas relief, so you know you don't get a buildup of gasoline smell inside. You just crack those open, it'll get it all vented out.
Yet. That's
So yeah, it's that's if people were wondering, that's what that is. There's probably one towards the back on the other side. So when you open those up, it actually will draft through and get all those vapors out. So whenever you get inside, you're not punched in the face with it.
That's good. Thank
you. As you see over behind the trailers, it's a tandem axle bumper pull toy hauler. So this thing comes in at a weight, I believe it's right about 5,000 pounds. Very half-ton towable. Did you see the party deck?
Yes, we have talked about that. As a matter of fact, and if you know this, I copyrighted the website deckmobile.com.
Deckmobile.com.
Because what we're thinking is, even if you don't have a toy to haul, you just buy this as a deckmobile, not a toy hauler.
Oh yeah.
Right? So you get a deck, you get an outdoor deck. You don't need the toy if you don't have one, and it's still worth buying.
You know, it's kind of funny. You know, quick story with that. We have a pair of customers. They live up in Michigan, and they go down to the Grand Canyon every single year for during the wintertime. And what they do on their toy hauler, they don't have any toys whatsoever. They'll back this thing up just like directly to the Grand Canyon, and they'll drop the patio, back it in, and they'll eat their blueberry pancakes watching the sun come up over the Grand Canyon.
That's amazing.
And they don't have toys whatsoever, but they bought the toy hauler just for that.
See? We just opened a bunch of ideas for folks that don't have toys. Brand new options with this deckmobile.
You would be surprised the amount of things that people use a toy hauler for is absolutely insane. You know, I have a customer that uses the garage space for an aviary for parrots.
Wow.
It's a true story.
That's awesome.
I have a customer that takes his antique toy collection all over the country to trade shows. You know, there's a lot more purposes for a toy hauler other than putting ATVs, side-by-sides, bikes. There's a whole lot of other things that you can put in there.
That's good.
Let's go talk about the garage space inside.
And that's it exactly. It's a garage, and a lot of folks at home, they don't have their cars in their garage because they've got other stuff in there. So why wouldn't that be the same with a toy hauler?
Right. You know, it's a lot of the times whenever somebody calls in, they're like, I'm looking for a toy hauler, but you know, I don't have this much money to spend on, say, like a big fifth wheel toy hauler. Well, we've got options for you. I mean, this is a 12-foot, 7-inch garage in here, and from here, I'm talking about here, not here.
Right.
From here to here is about 67 inches. You could fit a small side-by-side in this garage.
Yeah.
So, two-seater, of course, but nonetheless, you could put a side-by-side in this garage and maybe put a dirt bike in back behind it.
Wow.
You know, it's all about how you pack it in. It's very utilitarian trailer that you can do a whole bunch with.
Yeah.
So, with that, with that, you got your storage space up here. You know, you can set, you know, toolkits, anything you want up there. The shelf is rated for a substantial amount of weight. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but it is rated for a pretty substantial amount of weight. Now, these will actually fold flat, and whenever you do that, you get two twin-size beds, or you can actually lower that down.
Turn that table into.
Yeah. So a lot of space. You get your deep sink here in the kitchen. It's stainless steel. It's about, oh, what do you say? That's about 8 inches deep.
8 inches or so, yeah.
Yeah, 8-inch stainless steel deep sink. Nice feature. You also get your detachable wash head. You get your glass covered stove cooktop.
It's nice to give you more space.
Yeah, it really is, and it just folds up, you know, real nice. And you get your range hood with fan and light option right below your microwave.
Nice. Can we talk about these real fast?
Yeah.
I figure like people may want to know like, what do you do with these when you need to bring a? Do they just fold up? Do you take them out?
Yes. So you can fold these up against the wall, and I do believe they actually can come out completely if you need that extra space. Now, to fit you know, a small side by side in here, you would have to.
Right.
So
I just wondered how if you had maybe just a four-wheeler or a motorcycle to bring in here.
Yeah.
Just pop them up.
Now this trailer is very you know, I was actually talking to my parents about this trailer, and it was perfect for them. They want to get out, they want to take their motorcycle with them to Sturgis, and they're sick of roughing it on the ground out at Sturgis with all the hooligans.
Right.
So what they're
sense.
you know, what they're doing is you know, they expressed some interest in this trailer, and just, you know, they got more than enough space to put their bike, and they still have all this area where they can still move about and not have to worry about bumping into the bike all day.
I mean, you could bring if you need to move that, you can move this to here.
Yep.
And still, well, obviously it'll be a little tighter. Have a chair on either end,
Yep.
and you still have plenty of room for this, and have your bikes in there. So it's not like you lose a dinette area.
No, you really don't. With the table being mobile, if you wanted to collect the fresh air, you move it out to the patio. Now that patio is rated for that door is rated for 1,000 pounds in the patio configuration.
Okay.
So I mean, that's like just more than 3 of me on there.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, and when we're on there, I mean, we're having a dance party.
Right.
So
well, we need to see that dance party.
oh no, it ain't.
Not
That's extra.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's not included with the registration to the virtual RV show.
no, that's definitely extra. Now here in the bathroom, also very tall friendly bathroom. You get your quarter shower. Now, with me being kind of a bigger guy, you know, my shoulders are really wide. When I walk through a trailer, that is always my concern. You know, if you even noticed, I didn't even have to kind of turn to the side to walk through the door frames. The doors are really wide. Nice feature. So, and when I get in the shower, for the tall folk, you get your skylight. And that, I don't have to duck down like this to get under the shower.
Right.
So it's a really nice feature. It is a little bit of a step up, but nonetheless, it's very tall friendly. Really cool feature that this has. This is you can come in here and get this. This is wired for solar using Go Power. A lot of people have questions when it comes to solar. Does it run your entire camper? No, it doesn't. It's meant to keep a charge on your batteries.
Okay.
So to have that feature in a toy hauler where, you know, you want to have lights all night, or you want to have, you know, the radio or a small fan going all night, you know, this is going to make sure that your batteries stay charged throughout the day and through the night.
Good.
So you don't have to worry about that. Back behind here, you get some nice storage space behind the toilet. I'm going to move forward so you can get that. And with all this, you know, we do have a lot of extras. I don't know if we talked about our parts store at all.
A little bit,
know,
yeah.
in our parts store, in these you can get, you know, the Max Air upgraded fans. Always a good option. They're relatively inexpensive for how much air they move. I always really recommend them.
How easy is it to put those in?
Well, now I would definitely recommend that you have the shop install them. You know, we do sell them and we do install them. So that way, you know, all the labor and everything, if something were to go awry,
Yeah, I
you know,
wasn't
it's
sure
all
if it was
covered.
like a snap-in that would... Yeah, okay.
So it's a little bit more extensive than snap-in, but if
Gotcha.
you have the option to do it, I would highly recommend the Max Air fans if it doesn't already come with it from the factory.
Great.
So up here in the bedroom, you want to go up here and get comfortable. You get...
I will. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. How sexy is that?
It's great. I think you might get you better watch out. Your wife's going to see a wedding proposal or something here soon. So yeah, cool feature. I know it's like the littlest thing ever, but the coolest thing I think is that's in these new trailers is these lights.
Individual lights.
Now, if you flip that switch up, you can turn on one or the other, and that's through the whole trailer. There's one above the toilet.
Okay.
There's several in the garage space. So if you're really wanted to conserve on energy, these lights are amazing.
Yeah.
You know,
There's one up under here.
yeah, and there's one up under there. So you don't have to have all the lights on at the same time. Really a cool, I know it's the smallest thing ever, but
Yeah.
if you're talking about going camping for a long weekend, that energy really matters, especially if you're not in a campground.
See, that's good to know because it's something I wouldn't know.
Yeah, exactly. Alongside the bed, you get a huge ward, same over there. Curtain rack, you got plenty of floor space inside of there, and you have your bedside to keep your water, keep your phone. You have your outlet there and there, and you get your USB plugins. Really, for the price point on this trailer, it's a no-brainer. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, take a look at it. Sale price on these $17,509. You could roughly get around $160 on a payment with approved credit. So I mean, yeah, right. It's amazing. You know, you get all of this for $17,500.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of trailer for a little bit of buck.
Wow. That's nice. It was It was warm back in there because we don't have the windows open. Feels great out here. That breeze running through.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's just nice when you get that. You get set out that table, you know, or even better yet, I was thinking about getting one of those trees, one of the light up trees.
Right.
Set it out there. Get some of our RVW fold out chairs. You sat in those.
Yeah.
Those are nice.
We got a flash sale going on there. $55 a chair.
Oh yeah, and they're super light.
Yeah.
Easy to carry. So you set those up on the patio, and that's where you're going to be drinking your tall boys.
And just overlook the Grand Canyon.
Overlook the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Yep. Or the campground, wherever you're going.
All right. Well, thanks for walking us through it. I mentioned, sorry for the folks that have watched all day long. First of all, we appreciate it, but I have to let folks know that my wife and I went RVing for the first time, really, about a week and a half ago. Not last weekend, but the weekend before. And it was really cool. I got to sit down with a RV expert and ask a few tips and questions from her. So learn with me. Watch this.